on KBCT.
I've got everything working right here. All right, Harold, you're on Crosstalk.
Well, Mr. Easton, I'd like to say I admire your belief in free speech and having controversial people on your show. And I'd like to ask Tammy how she got started, you know, dancing with snakes, and if when she first started, was she afraid of the snakes or anything?
You mean like me?
Well, very first time I didn't have very long to think about it, because when my back was turned, somebody put a snake on me that was a snake charmer in Florida. And when I felt them and saw how they felt like velvet and they didn't bite or anything, I started working with them. And that's how I got interested. After seeing one, then I got my own.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. All right, Lucille, you're on Crosstalk.
Hello, Tom.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, I'm not against Tammy, but this joint that she works at is a topless joint. And this is what I'm you know, against right now. You know, because this is a city limit, and it is a topless joint, and they do have strippers coming into Victoria, and we do not need this in our city limits right now. You know, I'm not against her snake charming, you know, show or anything, but the topless thing I am against, and I think that people ought to know about this in Victoria. So thank you.
Okay. Debbie, you're on Crosstalk. Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to ask her, I mean, you're not afraid of these things being with you?
You're not afraid of these things?
No, why should I be afraid of them? They're harmless. They're less harmful than kittens. They don't bite unless you get your hand when they're eating, in case they're hungry and they go to bite, like a dog or a cat. You get your hand in the way, you're going to get bit. That's all.
How long have you been working with these snakes?
I've worked with snakes for 11 years, and I've worked with them all over the United States. And like I said, I've been bit a few times, but it was my own fault.
Mm-hmm. And too, I would like to ask you, where do you keep them at? I mean, you're not scared if they might come out at night and choke you or something?
No, they won't do that. The snakes that I have are Burmese pythons, reticulated pythons, boa constrictors, and I also have a red-tailed rat snake, which are none of them, they're non-poison. Not at all. They're not poisonous snakes. They're constrictors.
Well,
Okay.
you're a very pretty lady, and when working with snakes is kind of scared.
Well, thank you.
Me too, Debbie. I think it's kind of scary. Teresa, you're on Crosstalk.
Yes, I just wanted to ask one question, and then I'll hang up and let y'all answer. I just wanted to know what exactly made her get started in this business, and not the snake business, but in the business she's in right now.
Okay. That's it? All right. Go ahead, Doug.
Okay, well, I was born in kind of a poor Southern Baptist family, and I didn't have enough money really to go to college. So what I did, I made a living any way I could, and I think of it as a very artful, very tasteful type of profession. You know, it can be dirty if you see it that way, but I don't think that the human body's dirty in any way. And so I went topless.
Okay. Doug, you're on Crosstalk.
Yes. You made a statement that the city made you take the snakes out of town?
Yes, they made me take them outside the city limits. But, you know, if it goes technically, there's a lot of people that have exotic pets within inside the city limit. It's called selective enforcement, and I could sue the city if I chose to.
Well, that's what I was getting at. You probably had a lot of problems with raising these snakes in the first place, right?
No, as a matter of fact, I haven't had any problems at all. I've worked all 50 states, just about 50 states, and this is the very first town that's ever complained, and it was only one person in the whole town that complained. And that was because they took away a monkey or something like that, which bit somebody.
Okay, I was just wanting to know about that. I kind of think Victoria's a little high-strung in the first place, and I just wanted to hear a little bit of follow-up on it.
Yeah, but most people here are so nice that I really wouldn't have started any trouble at all. You know, they started trouble with me first.
Okay. All right. Kathy, where are you calling from? Hi, Kathy.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Where are you calling from?
Port Lavaca.
Okay.
Now, as you wanted to state at first, you were right. That is a beautiful snake. And the lady's also very pretty. I'm not a funny person, so... but I wanted to let you know that there is nothing wrong against topless dancing. I was one about 15 years ago, and you have to make a living whichever way you can. And I don't know how many people agree with me on that, but I now have 4 children, and I'm very happily married for the 3rd time. And I just don't see anything wrong with the topless dancing.
Okay, thank you much.
Thank you.
Pat, you're on Crosstalk.
Yes. Tammy said that she wanted to educate people about snakes. And I, for one, don't think a topless bar is a place to educate people about that. I was wondering if she's ever considered working at maybe a zoo where they do train people to talk with others about different animals. And that's my question.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, you said
Okay.
that you wondered if I ever thought about working in a zoo. Yeah, I have thought about that because I don't only just love snakes. I love all animals in general. Every type of animal, I think, was put on this earth for a purpose, you know, and I like them all, you know. I really care a lot about animals. And I don't just educate people in the topless bars. I take them also, like, to parks. I do a lot of benefits, like I said earlier. I put on shows, you know, fully clothed for children, and a lot of children get their photographs taken with, well, they've had their photographs taken with all of my snakes. Yeah, with the dancing as it goes today, I'm also a fire eater. And, you know, that was something like of a challenge to me for a while, and then it became old. And then I wanted to do something slightly different. So now, as you can see, I'm into the snakes. And these are all small snakes. Some of them will grow to around 350 pounds.
The snake is over here.
I have one species of snake that is the largest in the world, and that's a reticulated python. This happens to be a Burmese, and it'll grow to around, I guess, 18 feet, fully grown, away around 250, 300 pounds.
Very friendly, too.
Approximately. Very friendly snake.
Lisa, we'll talk to you next. Thank you, Charlene, for your call. We'll talk to you next, Lisa, when we come back right after this. So just stay there. A minute and a half. Yeah.
It's all right.
All right, we're back, and us and Tammy Tail Clendenin, and what's the snake's name?
Well, this particular one's Nigel.
Nigel, and Nigel is back with us too. And Nigel, my mind tells me that Nigel is not dangerous, but my body keeps reacting. That's all there is to it. Lisa, you're on Crosstalk.
Yes, Tom. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I was wondering why any self-respecting young woman would set herself up for the ridicule and the intolerance and the complete disrespect that she does in the line of work that she's chosen. Because let's face it, nobody remembers her when she's got her clothes on, and she gets her notoriety from taking them off. Why would you set yourself up for that?
Well, you have one opinion, I have another, and I don't get ridiculed. As a matter of fact, a lot of people respect me for what I'm doing.
Well, you'll have to forgive me if I disagree, and to try to justify the line of work you've chosen as an art form is an insult to anyone who's ever really created lasting, beautiful art. And you don't do a thing for the image of women worldwide. As a matter of fact, it's rather insulting. And I think what you do, not you as a person, but what you do is tacky, and you just literally set yourself up to be nothing but an object, and you don't do a thing for other women. You don't enhance the image of women when you take your clothes off for men. They've been doing it for years, and nobody takes them seriously.
Well, some do and some don't. Obviously, me and you don't agree, and that's your right to have your own opinion.
Well, thank you. You're entitled to live your life the way you do, but I won't allow my son to go see you.
Well, I don't care. There's plenty of other people that will.
Thank you.
Okay, Doris, you're on Crosstalk.
Okay, Mr. Eastland? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Doris.
Can you hear me? Okay, Mr. Eastland, not too long ago, you asked the question on Crosstalk of why so much publicity was being given to Prince Charles when he was here visiting our great state. Now, my question to you, Mr. Eastland, is why are you and your station giving so much free publicity to a stripper with a snake?
Well, a stripper with a snake, in my opinion, is worth twice as much in the world as a Prince Charles, who doesn't do anything except spend other people's money, tax money. So, you know, I don't see anything. I have all kinds of things on this show,
Yeah.
and I want to.
Could I add to that also?